Hello guys, welcome to my drifting tutorial. Nah, I'm joking. With the addition of copchase minigame in Sunfire Stunt Evolution, today I'm gonna show you a lot of useful routes and shortcuts as a runner so you can escape the cops. Now, these skips will be, like, some of them gonna be hard, some of them gonna be difficult. I'm mainly gonna focus on Los Santos and Red County and few other areas. Like, I'm not gonna go in depth on the cities and areas that I don't run around. It's mainly gonna be the places that I usually run. So yeah, this one is easy. Like, you just go here, like we can begin, and you just jump over. I don't recommend using bullet because it can bounce, but yeah, some people might not expect it and you can use it. The second cut is gonna be right over here, right next to the other one, and it's pretty hard, but I still recommend using it, but not with bullet. Bullet is ass. I don't recommend using bunchy either. If you have a good car, you can just jump over this, but if you don't have a good car and the speed is low, I do not recommend going there. Like, you can use Nitro if you're new to this to get more speed, but I mainly recommend going to the right side after you make the shortcut. So you make it, and then if you have enough acceleration, I recommend going to the right side, and then you can safely jump down to this area. Of course, bullet is gonna bounce. I hate bullet. Yeah, you see? And you can just drive out of it and continue your run. I recommend using it. The difficulty is, I'd say, is medium, and the reward is high if you do it correctly. Okay, for the next one, you need pretty high speed, and the difficulty is like medium, and the reward is pretty low, so I don't recommend really using it unless you're having fun. But yeah, that's the skip. You can also go through here and just jump down. A lot of cops gonna crash because they're usually going in pairs, so they will crash definitely. So just keep going through these like narrow spaces, like jump around these buildings or these areas. Cops gonna hate these. Like, go through here. Cops hate going through here because I was a cop for a very long time. But just keep going through these areas. Usually cops hate it. You can also use areas like these to like maintain your speed, to like go around and you just maintain your speed. The cop's gonna be confused. Here is a cool place to run through. You can just run to like places like these, of course, without crashing. And many cops gonna fail because cops don't know how car bumping works. So I'm gonna explain it briefly for you. If you go in the car bump like this, of course you're gonna flip, spin out, and all that stuff, like bounce and jump. But if you go in it like gently, like diagonally like this, like at this angle, you're not going to bounce. Of course, don't clip the side of it. So you just go on it and you can just continue run normally, and a lot of cops gonna fail on these. Just make sure your car is low enough. If your car is high, you should be aware that they can make the shortcut easily. The next shortcut that we're having is over here, but you need pretty high speed and fast vehicle. So if you're going down, you can just go over here and jump here. The reward can be pretty high, depending on if you're flipping or damaging your car pretty bad, and depending if any cops are over there or over there trying to cut you off. If all of them are on there, most of them gonna miss it and just drive to the right side. Okay, as for the next, it's not a cut, but it's like a route that you can use. Like, instead of going left, you can just go here, slow down, hit the wall, the fence, and just keep going here at full speed. Just preserve all of your speed, go down here, and then slowly make it back into the fast road. Like, use this, and then back into the slow road, and just continue. A lot of people gonna fail it, and you can do it the other way, like from here. This road is a slow road, so make sure you're staying on the right side. You can also stay on the left side, but on the very edge of the road. You can like go back and you preserve all of your speed, and you can continue anywhere you're going. A lot of cops gonna fail it because they're driving in pairs or they just don't know about a cut. Yeah, and places like these, cops absolutely hate them. Like, let's say 2 or 3 cops make it and the rest gonna fail. So just use places like that. Another cut that we're having is over here. Just don't hit any poles and just drive into the sidewalk, like over here. I don't recommend using bullet because bullet is bouncy as hell and you might fail, so just don't use bullet. Now, for this shortcut, I absolutely hate it when I'm a cop, but when I'm a runner, I love it. Because you need to have a perfect speed to make it, and if 2 cops drive in pair, the whole pack gonna fail. If one guy crashes, it's like a rest in peace. Now, make sure you go slow if you go to the right gap. So like this. I kinda slow down and jump to not hit anything. If you're brave and you have enough speed, you can go to the left one, like that. But of course I crashed. Yeah, you can use this to like shortcut it, and a lot of cops gonna fall into the sewer. Okay, so for this one, you need a fast vehicle and a lot of speed, and it's very difficult to pull off. But you can jump on this highway. The reward is super high, and the difficulty is super high, and I'm gonna show you why I don't recommend using it. I mean, you can use it if you want to, but look, why is it bad? You need to aim at around this tree because this is the only place where you can jump, because this dirt thingy, it makes you jump, makes you land here, and then you don't have enough speed to reach the bridge. And if you think aiming at this bush is cool and it's closer and it's better, it's not. If you look at that house has a roof that is extending out. It's like, it feels like it's small, but no, it's not small. It feels small, but it's not. If you try to jump, you're gonna hit it if you go from here to here. So this whole area is blocked. If you try to jump, this house is gonna hit you. Another easier cut would be over here. Like, you can do it anywhere. This is one of the most popular ones to get out of sewers. You just go over here and you kind of turn left once you're going up so your car won't flip. I had to take a break. My throat is so sore from talking. Oh my god. I haven't spoken in ages. Anyway, let's go back to the shortcut. Another shortcut, but it's not really a shortcut. This is a tip for cops, but it's like very, very specific. If a cop and a runner is going on this road and they're like side by side, no matter from which side, and like you need a like very, very small edge to like cut off the runner, what you can do is like hop on this side and just go full speed, and the runner will try to cut you off. But if you're going right into this dirt, the runner will be like, I'm not gonna cut you up. Who is this guy? Anyway, as I said, if you're a cop and you go to the very, very left side, of course the cop is going to try to cut you off, but you just go into this dirt, and the runner will think that you're going to crash, but this dirt is fake. So this might give you an edge to like go get enough speed and catch him off guard and cut him off, because he will probably slow down to like try to catch you, but then he will slow down to avoid the dirt. And this actually paid off to me when I was playing with a hahiko, and I caught hahiko perfectly. So yeah. Another one would be right over here. You just go over here and you use this paint shop thingy to jump, but you turn left instead of right. I recommend to use a car that can turn pretty sharply. Bullet is pretty bad for this one. This can be pretty rewarding. This cut is super hard, but if you make it, the reward is huge. I don't really recommend using it because the difficulty is insane, but if you want, you can try it. Another tip for cops, by the way, is, let's say the runner is going from here to there, or from here to there, no matter, like using this highway or like this sand to go to the docks. No matter if cops are going from here or from there or from anywhere in the map, as long as you predict that they're using that or the airport, like they need to like get out, like this whole area is kind of blocked, so they can either escape from here through here or through the center. So half of the pack can follow them and follow the, like half of the cops can follow him, and the other half can use this road to like go around as fast as possible and catch him off guard. And even if they won't catch him, they will surely get closer than the other group who's chasing them. Anyway, this is like a popular place. This is like a very used road by cops to cut off anyone who's using docks or airport. And if a runner is in the docks, you can block them off pretty easily. So this bridge has like those two poles, if you know, like two over here and like two around here. So what can cops do is like go to these two last poles and block him off, because he might attempt to jump off the bridge and escape. So if you block them off at these two poles, he has no way to jump over the bridge because the water is too big. You can block off this bridge like around here, and you can block off this bridge, and then he has no way to escape. And once the blockade works, all the cops can go and catch him. Okay, Hachiko said he knows two shortcuts, so I'm gonna watch, and I hope it's two. And I'm gonna tell you if the reward is high or not. Oh yeah, this one is smart. Yo, yeah, use this. This one is smart. And this is another place useful for the runner. If you like drive smoothly around here and you don't crash. A lot of cops gonna fail that because they drive in pairs and they don't know how to brake and they're never sharing the road. And another thing that is up to your sleeve is using very like small spaces like these, especially if the cops are very close to you. If they're like around here and you're driving through this, their collision is gonna be enabled, so they will randomly panic and they all gonna ram each other because they're used to no collision. So using small roads to your advantage is very useful. Now, I'm not sure if the shortcut is very useful or not, but you can just keep driving through here and just jump up. Like that. And just keep going. It's not really a shortcut, but a route. Also, another cool cut is over here. So if you're maintaining speed, a lot of players don't know about this one. Only like people who race. You can just straight up jump over this hill, avoiding that whole slowing down thing. And a lot of cops will slow down and lose you. Now, let's go to the Red County, because this is my favorite place to run around. I know every single pixel and bump of this place. Also, another cut that is very popular in the Red County is this. Just make sure you don't flip, or if you flip, land on your wheels. And this is the most popular cut. And now I'm gonna show you what you can do if you're going from the opposite side. This one will be more difficult, so make sure you're driving a fast vehicle and you're not losing any speed. Like, don't drive on this like field. Make sure you're on the road because the field is bumpy. And once off the road, just jump to the right side and land as smooth as you can. You can also use this route to escape the cops, like not many will expect it. You can also use this path to drive around the factory. Like, it's a very popular circle that people use. This one is very fun. I love this cut. It's small, it's not big rewarding, but it's very fun. You just jump across. It's pretty fun, and yeah, I recommend using it. Now I will show you a cut that shocked me once I saw it. So you can go over here and just use this big thingy on the left to jump back. You can do it from both sides, mostly from that one. I really recommend doing it from there. And jumping here, it's not really rewarding because cops are like very close, but I still recommend using it. It's very fun. Now I'll show you a cut that's very specific, and it's very difficult. I never use it personally, but I saw a lot of people who were a huge fan of this cut, and a lot of people used it. Now it's up to you if you want to use it. I do not recommend it, but the rewards are pretty big, so yeah, let's go. Now, the tip I'm gonna give you is go around here and just make sure you aim, and you have to have a perfect speed to make it. If you're a bit too fast or too bit too slow, you're gonna fail. This is how you make it. If you see from my headlights, it's a jump, like, and the max you can go is around here. Afterwards, you're not gonna make it, and you have to jump in here. And if you make it, you can jump back, I think, if you have nitro. But I do not recommend it. Yeah, you can jump back. And I don't recommend jumping back with bullet because the suspension might bounce and throw you into the river. But it's pretty useful since you have nitro. Okay, so hahiko is showing this one. And I think it's rather pretty difficult, but if you do it, the reward is pretty big. Yep. It's pretty difficult and the reward is big. I recommend using it. So yeah, use it. So here is another one. This one is pretty cool and I recommend using it. You just jump across and you skip the whole bridge thing and you just continue with the run. It's very useful and I recommend using it. The reward is pretty big. Okay, now moving to San Fierro. I don't have any special things for San Fierro. I just have a few ideas, you might say. Obviously have like places like these that are like San Fierro Airport, like jumps like these that are simple ones. I'm gonna show a few very specific jumps and cuts in San Fierro Airport, but not much. First of all, you have an exit over here, like this angle thing. I recommend using it, especially combining it with other airport shortcuts. You can jump back from the tunnel into the airport or from here. Also recommend using it. Then you have places like these where you can exit the airport at full speed. Sort of like pretty known. Just make sure you don't crash into the poles. Now there are two ways that I recommend entering the airport. So this one is easier, but I recommend using it because cops drive in packs and they're gonna fail. Just turn a bit left and jump on the edge. And then you can like go through these angles to get a good angle. Just make sure you don't crash into the fence. And then you can turn right and make the cut to the airport thing and go wherever you want. So yep, I recommend using it and have fun. The other way would be to jump to the left side. This one is pretty difficult, but still doable. Also recommend using it because cops drive in packs, they will fail. Okay, so over here I'm gonna show you the cut that I really love and I really recommend using. The reward isn't that high, but it's very fun to do. You can just drive on this and then just jump down and continue with your run. It's pretty fun to do and I recommend using it. It's not really a cut. Well, you might call it a cut. It's a high speed cut. Instead of slowing down, you can continue. So imagine you have a lot of cops on your tail, and what you can do is continue driving here and turn right instead of slowing down, then using this ramp to jump back. Just avoid the X sign and don't use bullet. You see how bouncy it is. Now, as per bone count, what I recommend doing is using these areas to jump a lot, to going through here to there, using this place to like jump across to the bridge, going down from here to here, like just doing a lot of small cuts. I don't recommend going around the area 51. It's pretty plain. Like use this area, this whole area, and that whole area. Well, that's it, guys. That's all for my cuts. I obviously didn't show all of them. Some are secret, some are forgotten. But yeah, just keep playing, have fun, and don't forget to never run in Las Venturas because we have no cuts and I'm not gonna catch you. I hate Las Venturas.